Hello, Internet! I think I have made the preemptive decision to fix everything, so chat should hear me the first time this week, and I won't have to do sponsors 7 times over. But hello, everyone, and welcome to the Greyhawk channel! You are back on this wonderful Friday for some The Old Faith, everyone's favorite innocent, pure game with a bunch of very sweet druids who are going to cause no harms, start no shit. And it's going to be great. It is going to be great. But before we get into the wonderful kind and awesomeness that is our sweet, innocent, pure druids, we're going to have to thank our awesome sponsors. First and foremost, we always have to thank our Patreon and Twitch subscribers. Thank you guys so much. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be able to play as many amazing games as we do. We play on the wonderful website of Roll20 because Roll20 is fantastic. It's so easy for us to do our rolls, play our games, see our demise, and all sorts of things, and share it with all of you. Speaking of the beauty, we do use Heroic Maps. They are our official dungeon map supporters. They are using they're artistic, they're beautiful. You can find them at DriveThru RPG. We will be playing with some of them tonight in this pure, innocent, wonderful, wholesome game. But if, playing online isn't your style and you want to get your hands on some really awesome dice, Tabletop Loot has you covered. If you use Greyhawk in the coupon code, capital G, capital H, you do get 15% off your purchase on some awesome, awesome dice. And yeah, our Patreon supporters and Twitch subscribers, last but not least, also get special discount codes for Cantrip Candles, the best smelling dungeons ever, the best smelling dragons ever, and the best smelling mimics ever. If you want to do the real good smell, get some of them candles. Also, we do have special discounts for Devin Rue on Rue Inc. for our subscribers and Patreons. So what I'm just telling you is it's a really good idea to either subscribe or become a patron. But yeah, that's enough of the important spiel. Let's get into the even more important characters. Who are all of these crazy folks sitting next to me today, and who are they playing?
I am Eunice. I am the halfling barbadron. Hear me, roar?
I'm Fern. I am playing the Furbolg Nature Cleric.
And I'm Mackenzie, and I'm going to be playing Maven the Tiefling Gloomstalker. I think Zelda's on her way.
Alright, and Zelda's on her way, which means things might get all screwy and weird on the camera, but we're not going to worry about it. We'll figure it out as we go. No stress whatsoever. While we're figuring all of that out, would one of you dears like to let the audience know what happened last week in exchange for some inspiration?
I got this.
Okay, come on, Casey. You show us how to do it.
On the very first night, the 3-person group of Maven, Ian, Koriko, plus Furby, were preparing for a long rest when Fran came out of the bushes, claiming to have fallen into the Dreadwood from a weak spot in the border between here and the Feywild. After casually joining the party, she was equipped with a former Archdruid's magical mace. The party had a momentarily violent encounter with a will-o-wisp, went to sleep in some trees, then woke up and continued on their merry way eastward towards the center of this enormous, infamously dangerous forest, trying to locate the surviving druids of the, correct me if I'm wrong, the Sheldamar Valley Circle?
That is very good. Yes.
The circle had been attacked the day before by the Scarlet Brotherhood. Leading them had been this big horned fellow that liked to grab people's faces and burn the ever-loving shit out of them.
That is exactly what it was, so yes, you are very much so correct.
After several hours of travel, the party happened upon a death dog. A well-placed arrow from Maven put the dog down, and they recovered an old witchy-looking book that was bound by flesh and stank of bad mojo. Living not far away from that nastiness was a red-headed girl with a readied short bow called Cal, who couldn't have been older than 8 or 9 years old. Cal told the gang that in Redwich, the human village they were heading directly towards, there was a druid by the name of Marina. And since she'd arrived 2 seasons or so ago, the village's annual starvation problem had become a thing of the past. However, it was also around that time that Cal's parents had disappeared. She suspected foul play, so she left her home to live in the Redwood alone, where she thought it would be safer, which is saying a lot. So the gang rolls into Redwitch, and they learn that the festival for the summer solstice?
Spring.
Spring.
Yeah.
Okay, spring. Does spring have a solstice?
Well,
Equinox. But it's the beginning of
Equinox.
spring. It's in bulk.
Okay, cool. That's okay. So that's happening. And it's happening tonight. They also learned that there's going to be a Wicker Man burning, and it's all starting in, just a few hours. Everyone's basically on the same page that Marina is probably sacrificing people to promote agricultural wealth, but nobody has proof yet. This is why the gang chose to split up. Time is against them, and they need to get to the bottom of things fast if they want to be able to do anything about any of this. Eunice has gone to the field with the young boy from the village, Gregor, to examine the wicker effigy Marina has prepared. Maven, Koroko, Fribby, and Fern have gone to check out the butcher shop to make sure people are not eating each other. Where we now resume our tale.
wow. Can we all just have a excellent, Casey?
Get, like double inspiration.
I would say that was way
really
that was
good.
better than I would have done, and I ran the games. And while I go through and quickly fix these cameras, I also want to say, if you like the new nameplates that look stupid good all over our stream right now, that is also thanks to the hard work and dedication of our dear Casey. So if you need some epic nameplates for your stream, she should be the one you reach out to, because I did, because I wanted it to look crisp as hell.
Asha.
Also, everyone, welcome Zelda. Zelda has joined us. Zelda and Catbutt, it seems.
I'm so sorry I'm late.
How dare you have a life outside of Dungeons and Dragons? I'm so offended.
Ooh, actually, while you're fixing those cameras too, not to interrupt, I just want to put out there that I did get a cantrip candle over the week, and it is marvelous.
Hey!
I got the library scriptorium smell.
Oh.
Word. I
It's
got
excellent. Ooh!
and I got the scriptorium as well, and
Is that-
I back you up on that.
Is that the one that you're burning right now?
No, I'm burning Thieves' Den right now. It's a leathery.
Ooh. There we go. Hearing it from the sources, candles are awesome.
They're pretty good. I'm
Let-
gonna order another one this week, I'm pretty sure.
Hey.
I love me a good candle.
Last time I burnt a candle in my house, my cat tried to burn my apartment down, so I haven't actually...
That's not good.
So I haven't actually bought any candles in the past few months because cats love house fires. That's a fun cat fact of the day. They love house fires. All right. Any other important fun news going on lately, guys? I'm sorry, I'm almost done. I've gotten pretty good at this, but not super good yet.
Oh, the latest episode of my podcast released, and it's my personal favorite because it has the best natural 20 I've ever rolled in my life in it.
Hey, that's super awesome.
I
Everyone
play
loves a nat 20.
Yeah, it's super fun. I play a cleric who hates her god, and so in this episode, she rolled a natural 20 to sass her god.
That's pretty good.
You
Yeah.
show. That's
God,
super
those-
exciting.
So many things happening.
Whenever I want to sass anyone, I always roll a freaking nat 1. It's like my life punishment. Like the curse of the Brie. Oh, you want to do something sassy?
My character's also named Bree, so it's she's just stealing all your luck.
Honestly, as long as one Brie has some luck when it comes to sass, that's all that matters. Alright, I think we are, for the most part, in the right spots. I see everyone's names in the correct locations. Awesome. Zelda, did I have you introduce your character? I had everyone else do it, but I already forgot if I did or did not.
No, I am Zelda, and I'm playing Koroko, the lizard folk witch, homebrew class, homebrew race, and
Hey.
We're hoping it works out.
Excellent. Excellent. Alright, let's play some D&D. I'm gonna move us back to where we were last time. We were all here in this wonderful, wonderful village where we are splitting up. I believe that half of the party, well, 3/4 of the party is headed down here to check out the butchers. And Eunice is following this wily little boy to the Wicker Man. What group should we start with today? I think we will start with the 3 headed to the butcher's shop. So as the party approaches, the stench that felt it kind of wafted at first. The kind of smell of corpse and dead animals was wafting at first, but as you get closer, it's almost stifling. It's that spring kind of warmth is kind of just buffeting the smell of dead animals, fecal matter, all that kind of good stuff just right into your faces as you approach. There is a simple wooden door, and it is locked. What would you like to do, my friends?
Door. Oh no.
I've started it. The doors.
And it's locked, you said?
Yes, ma'am?
Can I try knocking to see if anybody's inside that might let us in? Just to be polite. I'll knock on it before I knock it down.
There's a pause. And no response. Whatever's in there is probably
Alright.
too dead to answer.
I kick the door down. If I can.
Can you roll me a strength?
I sure can. Let me pull up my character sheet. Yeah. Where am I? That do it? Nope. Oh, okay, there we go.
So, as you futilely kick this door, it seems that the Divine Favor is not loading on my Twitch, but we have received Divine Favor, Favor of the Gods. So I am going to roll a d4. It's going to go in the order of Eunice 1, Maven 2, Fern 3, and Korko 4. And whoever gets it gets some Divine Favor. And we have a 4. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Wu-Tang. Much appreciated. So that means, Koriko, if you could roll me a d6.
I can do that.
That is good.
That is a second 4.
All the 4s, all the 4s, all the 4s. Let me pop up the Divine Favor so we can see what it is, because I still haven't made a thing for it, because who does things they're supposed to? Not I, says the fly. Alright, so you have a critical hit. A nat 20 that can be used on any 2-hit roll. So,
Wonderful.
if you need to crit someone, keep that in mind. You can use that now, you can use that tomorrow, you can use it 10 years from now. It does not go away, so you want to hang on to that, good boy, because I won't remember. You'll just have to let me know.
I'm definitely gonna write that down somewhere.
Yes, please write it down, so that way Wu-Tang's love does not go wasted. Alright. So it won't help you open this door, but is there any other way you would like it to attempt to enter this room?
What do you think, fellow people who are also here with me?
Hold on, I forgot. Yeah, I have a pretty bad strength modifier. So I was gonna offer, but I can try.
Is there a possible way that I can modify an acid attack to melt the door? Like the hinges or something?
Of course you can try. That is definitely a thing I would love for you to try.
Oh no.
I am going to use the acid splash cantrip. And with a dex save on a door.
Alright, well,
It's gonna do.
unfortunately for the door, it is not very dexterous. but you see the kind of handle and the mechanism for the locking just kind of melt inwards to itself, and there's kind of almost a hole where it once was. So you could just, in theory, push the door open and enter.
Perfect. Is this what you are looking for? And just tap it open.
Just a little boop. Yep. The door swings open, and you enter a fairly small, fairly stinky room with a single table, some chains, a few hooks against the wall to hang meat. It's definitely not a massive location, but it'll get the job done for a simple hunt, bringing home stuff like deer, maybe an owl bear, etc.
I am covering my nose walking in, definitely.
Yep.
You said there was some meat in here?
There is a large kind of leg up to haunch with a hoof at the end of it, skinned, some flesh peeling back. It looks like it was a recent kill, but it's kind of probably sat in this warm area a little bit longer than you would like to eat in like a normal scenario.
And does it look... Can I distinguish what kind of animal it used to be?
In your mind, you're probably thinking something along the lines of maybe like a stag, or maybe another large hooved animal. You don't think it's a living, you don't think it's something that could have talked back to you.
Alright, that makes sense. Well, actually, I can talk to animals, so it probably could have.
So you look at this and go, oh my god, all the conversations we could have had, but everyone else kind of looks at it like, oh, it's meat. That makes sense.
Is there anything else in this small room? I'll kind of look around a little bit and see if I can find anything that would seem out of the ordinary for a slaughterhouse.
Roll me an investigation. Oh, this music is too positive. I went from too negative to too positive. I'll find a good balance.
No, keep it positive because this is a happy episode where nothing bad is
Where
gonna happen.
nothing happens. We'll see what this is. Alright, and an 11. So you kind of peer around, and the only thing you really notice besides like the chains, the cleavers, etc., is a grate, probably that could fit the size of a humanoid, designed for blood draining. But other than that, it is a very standard room, a single table.
What were you looking for again, Fern?
Well, I just wanted to check and make sure that there was nothing suspicious going on in here, but so far it looks all clear. Unless somebody wants to get down this grate, because I'm not sure I would be able to fit. It does look kind of gross down there.
Maven looks at the tall furbolg and the even taller lizard folk and just...
I won't ask you to go down. But...
Gonna look at the grate.
Does the grate look like either me or Fern are gonna fit in there?
So it looks like maybe if you kind of really tucked your tail forward a little bit and slid down, you could like shimmy your way down this tunnel, and then Fran would have to like probably, Fern, sorry. Fern, the problem is they're so similar. It's gonna be...
I didn't think about it.
Didn't think about it until it was too late. We'll probably have to fold a little bit of like tummy fur up, kind of like do like a little squeeze and shimmy, kind of like a very square girdle. But do you want...
Oh, what about Fribby? I won't tell you to send
You're...
but
Fribby is much smaller than me, so I would prefer Fribby to go.
I don't believe Fribby has dark vision though, so if it's dark down there, it's not gonna be able to see anything.
I will go if we have to. But I don't know what'll be down here. This looks pretty
could I
scary.
cast light on Fribby? Is that something I can do?
I believe so. I think any willing creature can have it cast on them.
Technically, it says object. We could tie something to Freddy.
You're right. Do we have like a nice handkerchief to tie around his neck?
We have some tape. Tape a rock to him.
I'm sure one of you has a handkerchief or a piece of cloth if you would like to.
I have manacles. We could just clip a manacle around Fibby like a necklace.
Yeah.
Like a chain choker.
Yeah. This frog is gone.
The freshest frog.
Goth frog.
Yeah, I'll take all my manacles and toss them to Kuroko.
I'm going to put the manacles so that the chain is underneath his belly and then lock them together over top of his back.
And then
So-
I cast light on the manacles. And that's teamwork right there, people.
Okay, so I can just imagine. What color is the light you've put on Fribby's new
Ooh.
choker?
Let's go with a nice soft white light.
All right, so beautiful white light shines around this little choker as comes from Fribby's mouth. So from what I understand, you are going to drop the frog into this little blood pit and see what happens.
Kind of. I am going to tie a rope to and
So you can lower him.
down gently.
That's probably a better option. All right, so as you tie the rope and begin to lower Fribby down, we are going to shift cameras over to E and Gregor, who I'm sure E at this point wishes that she went with you because Gregor's going, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We're going to have such a good time. Are you so excited for this, E? This is going to be so cool. Oh my gosh. And he's stinky and bouncing and excited, and he will not stop talking as they make their way towards the field.
Yeah, he's a human.
Yeah.
What all humans are like, right? Society, where they group up together.
Yeah.
Kinda start
Stinky,
talking a lot.
gross, loud, very chatty, talking about nothing. The clouds, the grass, the
Very normal. It's
trees.
just like a person is present. Yes, okay.
Yep. Words. And he is just slamming, like asking what your favorite color is. Do you like Wickerman? What was the last thing you caught on fire? Oh my gosh, I caught 3 things on fire this week. Oh wow, it was so cool.
A tree, white. What was the other one?
I don't remember.
That's okay.
And he just kind of like scurries forward, like in around and back, and he's just kind of like moving and like stumbling and.
Okay, don't go too far. Actually, this is your home. You would know better than I. How far
So-
you can. Where's that Wicker Man?
So he takes you out of the village. Not too far, but you start to see a little bit of farmland where, corn is just barely beginning to sprout. You see the little sprouts of beans. It's a lot more than this village has ever seen before, but just in the distance on the other end of the field going south, you do see a very large wicker man and a man standing next to it. And I will take you there. So this field is pretty barren. You can tell that this field has been used for the purpose of rituals and has kind of maintained its sorrowful kind of state. But it is here. It seems that there's only one man attending it right now. And Gregor kind of looks at you and goes, he's kind of a weirdo. He doesn't have a name. They just call him the caretaker? He just takes care of things, like plants and the Wicker Man and stuff like that. He's the caretaker.
How long has he been?
He came here when Marina came.
Alright. Gregor, can you tell me, if not for Marina, who would be leading your village? Have I met this guy yet?
No, that would have been Cal's dad.
So nobody controls the village right now? Nobody is making decisions for it besides Marina?
No.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. You're welcome. Do you need anything else? I'm kind of done being a tour man. It's a lot of work.
Oh, I thought I was following you. I thought you wanted to come here. Alright, yeah, sure, go.
And he just kind of runs over here, off into the corner. He is still in the area of the Wicker Man, but he seems to be putting together his own very small Wicker Man in the corner. He's just like, that Wicker Man, you thought.
Cute. I will stand just shy of the edge of the markings, not knowing what they are.
Okay. So the caretaker does not seem to pay you any mind. He's kind of just stacking up piles of, like, dirt underneath this thing. He's kind of just walking around, like, making sure all the stuffing is put in. And as he makes a full circle, he kind of stops and stares at you. And he doesn't speak, he just blinks.
Do you actually have no name?
I don't need a name, I'm the caretaker. I only have a job.
Okay, I just checking, you know, in case you did have a name and the kid was just being a dick. Possibility.
Gregor's a good boy.
The intent is there for sure. He's a little rough around the edges, manners wise. I just came to. I'm Eunice. I've been in the village before, but I don't think I've been around since you've been around.
No, I've never seen you before, so no, I would say yeah. This would be a
I'm
first time meeting. Hi, Eunice.
I'm friends with the Sheldamar Valley Circle, and I just wanted to make sure that your rituals were all up to snuff here, and everything was on the up and up. Do you mind if I take a look at the Wicker Man, and I will try not to touch it?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Druids can touch the Wicker Man all they want. Up yourself.
Okay.
And he doesn't go too far away from it, but he kind of just steps to the side a little bit. And he just keeps staring at you with these same, like, dead eyes. He's just, yeah, whatever. Just, whatever, I don't care.
Are you ensorcelled? Or are you just like this?
Oh, I don't have a name because I don't have to talk to people. It's easier that way.
Okay, yeah, word. Say no more. Well, examine it, and then if I get nothing from the examination, I'm going to touch it.
Okay, so you look around this Wicker Man, and it is a beefy boy. It probably like 8 or 9 feet tall. It's very wide, and it stares at you with this metal mask on. Like they didn't have the ability to form a face, so they just put a large helmet on top of this. Perhaps one of a giant or another very large creature. It's got a very... Its chest area is covered by like a cloth. It doesn't... It looks very much so like a very large scarecrow or Wicker Man type thing, but you don't see anything extra spooky, minus the fact that there are 4 posts that have chained it to the ground so it doesn't get pulled away or blown away.
Can I see if I can see into it? Is there any way to do that? Or
you could probably lift up the little shirt area. Are you go? Okay, so as you reach to do it, he goes, "Hey, you said you weren't going to touch it."
You said druids can do anything they want to it. You amended yourself.
That's true. Never mind. Go ahead. So you have to reach up pretty high to like get a peek under it because it's so tall. There looks to be like a small opening in the center chest area, but it doesn't look like it's large enough to fit an entire person.
What about a child person?
No. It maybe like a pigeon size, like a fat Chicago pigeon.
Okay.
But not a baby.
Right on. All right. Okay. Very good. Then I'll start to walk away.
Yes. Oh, that's it?
I just shrug without turning back.
Whatever.
I'm gonna go find a place that is out of eyeshot, and I'm going to sit down, cross my legs, pull a couple of sticks out of my pack and start drawing into the dirt. Then I'm going to sit down in front of it and assume like a meditative position, and I'm going to begin to concentrate on speak with animals as a ritual.
Okay.
Totem barbarian feature.
Hey. All right, so you begin this ritualistic spell, feeling content, maybe, that there was no person put inside of this wicker man?
If there was no speech, she would have a question mark thought bubble above her head. That's kind of what's going on there.
Ah. She's like, what on earth? Excellent. So we will go back to the other party members, who are now lowering a very disgruntled large toad over a small wooden slatted grate.
That's my boy.
It's a very easily lifted thing, and it, honestly, if you all didn't already prepare for the stench, I would make you all roll Constitution saving throws, because this is just a vile smell. Years of congealed blood kind of just sticking to the outer walls of this. And you lower and lower, and you hear each individual croak of dissatisfaction the lower you send Fribby down. And after about 20 feet, you can hear the sound of his little froggy feet go as it kind of like sinks a little bit into a sludge. And can you see through his eyes as you're familiar?
While he's within 100 feet of me, I can communicate telepathically. Additionally, I can see through their eyes as an action and hear what it hears. So.
Okay, so.
I'm going to use my action to do that.
So, Koriko / Fribby, you make your way, and you're kind of surprised actually, because it's a tunnel of sorts. And as you make your way through this tunnel of dried blood, there's an occasional stream of the remaining blood that is congealing from probably the stag you saw earlier. It goes into a slight descent. After about 15, 20, 30, 40 feet into this darkness, you begin to wonder how much farther it will go and if you'll be able to still maintain contact with Fribby. But as you're kind of reaching the limit of it, you do see a light in the distance. What looks to seem like a cavern opening up. You can hear the sound of a fire. You can see shadows moving in this cavern, but you can't seem to make out what it is.
Secret cavern?
Fun time! Fun! No, nothing happening. Everything's fine.
Lovely. Because it's at the end of kind of Fribby's rope, I'm going to use an action to dismiss and then reappear beside me as a summon.
Okay.
And then just rope in the manacles and the...
Right, just bring all that back up. All right, so that is what you see down there.
Well, it's dark, awful. Really, if there wasn't a light down there, I wouldn't recommend going down there at all. But
What did you see?
there's something down there. Signs of someone being there.
What direction would this cavern be in based on where we are on the map?
So it seems that the cavern leads... Oh. I'm muted. That might have a problem. So it seems that this cavern goes in the opposite direction of the village, in the direction that Eunice had walked with Gregor. I think now, Zelda, you are too muted, if you were trying to talk. We'll take turns.
I was trying to fix my voice for my character.
All voices are good for Koroko. Don't worry about it.
Also, I can see pretty good in dark places if you want me to go and see what that is. You can stay above ground.
You shouldn't go alone. I'll go with you.
I
I don't
mean-
have dark vision, but I do.
Apparently, all of us can fit, so.
Should
You
we
sure?
tell E where we're going?
Do you have something that could send her a message?
Oh,
Ribby?
that's a good idea.
Fribby the slave frog. Run this errand! Run that errand! Go into the pit of
Oh, you're
blood.
burning. Yeah, I don't have anything.
We could just tie a note to Ribby and just send him off, right?
I
He's
think
smart.
I think that's a good idea.
It's like, hi, hey, hope you're still alive. We went down a stark and spooky tunnel. Ah.
I wonder if Yeah, okay. I guess we could do that, but I mean, I can only command him for about 100 feet, or at least I can only tell what he's doing at that distance.
Alternatively, you could go find E yourself if you'd like.
I could
Either
go and
way.
find E.
I'm gonna start climbing down the disgusting blood hole.
Be careful. I will find Eustace, and then I will be behind you.
Excellent.
So,
Come on, Maven, let's go.
so Fern is like squishing like tummy fur and kind of just like pulling. You start to feel the slime of this blood congeal, kind of like almost like a lubricant as you slide yourself
The
through.
best
I don't
lube.
like it.
You can hear the sound of the blood kind of just like making. If you didn't know it was blood, you could think it was maybe like moss or some sort of like slime, but you can't.
No, it's just bad. I hate it.
You really should have sent the lizard down.
Sloop.
There
It's
is
just
a
like
thing about
sticking to your fur.
Yeah, because it's gonna mat all over your
I'm
fur.
seriously just gonna be so disgusting. I get within 5 feet of somebody and they have to roll a constitution check.
Oh my goodness. Well, as you begin to make your descent this 20 feet, you don't need a rope or anything because it is kind of tight. Korko, you turn back and make your way in the direction you believe E went. And we will do that roleplay first. I'm not going to switch over any cameras because I don't want to move maps because I'm lazy. So you make your way past farmers, farm villages. It seems like everyone is beginning to leave their farm work behind to go home and prepare for this event when you do spot a very large wicker man in the distance. And E, very concentrated, as she has just finished a spell.
I'm going to just wave at her at first and just walk up as
I open my eyes. And then I stand up, brush my knees off, walk back up to Koroko. Just the person I wanted to see. Come here for a second, and I'm gonna lead her away from being in earshot of Nemo there.
yes, you needed something?
Yeah. Did you get a look at that symbol that was underneath the wicker man? It looked like a cross and an X and a circle.
I have not looked at it yet, no.
Does that off the top of your head? Does that like ring any bells?
It seems like witchcraft, but I couldn't tell for sure unless I had, I don't know, a book of runes or something.
Okay, so not in
That's-
memory bank.
I mean, I can. Is there a check I can do for that, being that it might be part of a cultural thing for my class?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, it doesn't seem like anything too intense. There's no official carvings. It seems like a very simplistic, maybe showing the directions, maybe something to do with the cycle of the seasons. A very simple, very rudimentary. You can't seem to think of anything nefarious off the top of your head.
It doesn't seem dangerous, at least. At least not for now.
That's good. I poked around at the living room. I don't think that there's anything very sensitive. However, I did learn that that guy came with Marina and posing, and Cal's dad used to be the village leader. And I am off to find a bird now, see what it's on. I'm gonna go try to climb a tree.
Before you go, we were looking at the butcher shop, and there's something underneath it. There's something, signs of some kind of life, some tampering. Someone's been down there, and I don't think, with pools of blood, it's a great place for people to be spending time unless you needed blood for something.
So it's spring, so the foliage is in full bloom. You don't see anything of Eunice until she pokes her head out from the bottom of the tree. She's like, blood pools, huh? Do we need to go right now, or can we like wait 10 minutes?
Well, I mean, we can wait. I just thought it would be best for you to know before we just venture underneath into whatever terrible hole that is.
Oh, well, I definitely want to be there with you if you go into a terrible hole.
And as you say this, a chipmunk just kind of like comes down, like on the tree branch above you. It's like, what the fuck is going on with this thing?
Oh, hey! Hey, can I talk to you for a second?
Ah, it's looking at me. Oh my god, Charlie.
No, wait.
Charlie, it's happening again.
I have food. Calm down.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
You said this is happening again? Do you have hallucinations?
No, it's just there's always some sort of magical person who wants to talk to me. I just want to enjoy my chipmunk life.
Ah, well, you know, you are the eyes and the ears of the forest. It's a very important position to be given naturally.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know why that has... But there's so many other chipmunks in the wild. Why is it always me?
Cut to Koriko's perspective, and you just hear cheep, 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 cheep.
There's aggressive chittering.
It's Kronk.
Yeah.
Squeakity squeak.
There you go, perfect. So, squeak, squeak. Squeakers. And I want to ask the chipmunk, this human village just recently got a dark lady. Have you seen this dark lady?
Describe dark.
Nobody else around is as dark as her. She's wearing all black. She has like black hair. Dark.
Oh, lady. Everything is black and white to me. Are you talking about the one who does the big fire thing, though?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I met her once, and by met her once, I saw her once do the fire thingy.
Do you like her?
I don't have any opinions. She's a human who lights big smoky fires by my home. It's
Okay.
awful.
You have like a sense?
I don't know. It smells like smoke, and I think it smells... Hey, Charlie, did you smell blood that time, or was it just me?
Yeah, Charlie, what's up?
You hear just Charlie go, oh, fuck no. I'm not partaking. And
Alright, well, I have food for someone who wants to actually tell me some information about what's going on around
And then Charlie, like, slides down.
here.
Well, I smelled blood. I don't know about this weirdo, but I definitely smelled blood.
Where? And I'll pull off a piece of, let's see, chipmunk, so we'll go with one of the meat turkeys.
I smelt it the last time they did the big dumb fire.
Okay. Alright, did you smell it, like, right here? Like, in this area?
Well, I mean, not right here, the tree was not on fire, but the thing that was on fire did stank real bad.
Okay, alright. Cool. Thanks. Here you go, Charlie. Appreciate
And
it.
Charlie, like, takes it and, like, shoves it all in, like, a cheek, looks at the other one and runs away. And the one who seems so stressed is like, I'm moving. And just, like, kind of, like, chitters away.
Alright, I'll come back down out of the tree. Koriko, I have great information. It's from some chipmunks.
I only heard half of it.
Oh, can you speak to animals too?
No, I only heard your half.
Okay, so you got, like, all of that.
I got your part, yes. What you were saying.
Okay, so,
Unless you were squeaking too.
no, I was totally squeaking.
Oh, I got nothing then.
We'll just confirm that you are also aware of the situation. Charlie up there says that he says he smelled blood when the last Wickerman burning occurred last season. But only then. Only when the fire got lit. Okay, we can go into that bloody hole now?
Just give me one more moment. And I'm gonna take a quick gander around the Wicker Man myself.
Okay, so you
I want to investigate for anything that opens up into this, if it opens at all.
okay, can you roll me an investigation?
I can do that. That's a 21.
Wow, that is a 21 investigation. Yes, it is. So you are a lot taller than E is. And as you walk up, the caretaker goes, "What are you doing? Only the druids can touch that."
I am a druid.
God, there's a lot of druids here now. Huh, okay, that's fine. And he sits down and crosses his legs, staring at you.
That was the best background check ever.
So you can peek in, and you're at eye level with this small pigeon-sized cage that seems to be there. And as you, like, kind of peer around it, and you kind of peer up it, you notice there's a strange mechanism in the head. Almost like, maybe like a dumbwaiter style thing. The way the gears and the cogs of, like, wood are kind of in the skull. Like if someone was to pull a rope, something would rise. But the rope seems to be, like, covered in some sort of anti-flammable substance, maybe like a form of, like, casing. But what you can see is almost like a pulley.
Does the Wicker Man touch straight to the ground, like it's just its base covers the ground that it's sitting above?
So its feet goes into the ground, and here, I'll open up the map just so you can see kind of it a little bit better. But its feet kind of go into the ground, and then there's piles of dirt kind of around its legs, with chains kind of keeping it in place.
Eustace, are you right beside me?
I am now, yes, hi.
I am lifting you up to see
Uh.
what the inside of that helmet.
Okay, maybe next time ask?
But yes, lifting you up. Do you see it?
Her when you get up there, her hair actually starts to stand a little bit. Yeah, I think I see something. What am I looking at?
It seems to be like a pulley system or something. Something is lifted inside from underneath.
Okay.
There's nothing in it now, but it doesn't mean there isn't things in it later.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. Alright, you can put me down now. Thanks. Ugh.
I will remember to ask next time.
Appreciate it. Just, I have a thing about people touching me is all.
So as you do
There.
this weird lifting consent conversation, the caretaker walks over and goes, "Did you find anything interesting?"
Nope. I'm gonna turn around and walk away.
No, it's just a funny looking head. And I'll walk away as well.
As I walk away, he goes, "Okay." And he starts to walk also towards the village, but in a separate direction of you. And then we will slide back to the sludgy blood tunnel. Into the sludgy blood tunnel we go. It takes some time to completely squeeze yourself through the all the way down, but Fern, you managed to kind of get in there, and you can tell that this tunnel is just at head length. Like your little head is going to. You might squat just a little bit to keep your head safe. As you hear a squeak as Maven slides down dexterously, as the Rangers do. Blood chunks kind of caking onto her hands. And no matter how much she does this, she can't quite seem to be able to get it all off.
Pesky blood chunk.
Yeah. Blood chunks are everyone's favorite. So now you are at the base here. Do you want to wait for your party members? Or are you going to start?
I have pretty good dark vision up to like 120 feet, so I'm gonna like be like, sorry, excuse me, sorry, excuse me, sorry, and just kind of
got it. Nope, we're good.
And you guys, and it's definitely like a push and squeeze. It is definitely a close quarter situation here.
Sorry, excuse me. Maybe I should have gone first. Sorry. Okay. Here.
No, it's that was
Okay,
bad
okay,
planning. All right.
So you peer down, and it is a thin. It is just Fern and Koriko are very lucky because there is not much more space in their body from what you can tell. But what you can see in the outline of this like various shades of blood are symbols and ruins, like a sharp fingernail had carved it into the upper top walls of there. Something that Fribby could not see because he was so small.
Oh no.
But you can definitely see etchings and carvings and blood. The language seems kind of strange. It doesn't seem like an actual language, but like weird pictographs. You know, you see humans dying, you see images of organs, tears, people crying, people in pain, bones. It's just very kind of just rudimentary, graphic, disgusting blood. Yes, Zelda. Yes. It is definitely not fun, not pretty, but you can see at the very edge of your dark vision very small light in what perhaps is a cavern.
Okay. Wait. Fern, do you have dark vision, or is it just pitch black for you?
It's just pitch black for me. I do have my my light cantrip if I need it, but for the time being, I think we might want to be a little stealthy.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll like kind of like put my hand like like on your back just so I can feel where you're going. But I'm like, besides that, I'm completely blind.
So I'll just tell you what I see is there's a lot of runes carved in blood. So that's fun.
That's certainly not kosher.
Yeah, this is really bad hunter practice. Like, you're supposed to clean things up. Is there any way I can, look at the runes and see if I reckon, or like, are they just pictures, or are they like actually like magically charged? Is there any way I can
So as you kind of peek at the original ones, they seem kind of just like really grotesque imagery, almost like something that they were trying to scare people off with. But if you take a few steps forward, you can start to sense this feeling of deep, pure unease as you notice the runes do kind of shift to something magical. Perhaps if you roll me an Arcana, maybe a religion or a history check, I can give you an answer with that.
Arcana. I think I'm good. Let me see. Arcana, history, or religion?
Mm-hmm.
It's history. Religion. Okay. Oh, yeah, no, we're gonna go Arcana.
All right, and a 22. So it seems like this is some sort of warding rune, and it's trying to keep you away from this continuing further down. And every step you take, you can see like more runes encrypting, and it almost feels painful to step forward.
I'm gonna like try and stop Fern before she like runs in and be like, "Hey, stop, stop, stop. Oh, okay. Just, hey, you don't happen to have anything that can deactivate magic, do you?"
Let me see. Let me see.
The runes shifter isn't on his pictures anymore. I think they're trying to keep people out.
Oh. Let's see. I have like protection from evil and good. That's anything I can think of. And what are they exactly? Runes to keep us from going forward?
They're warding runes. They're keeping. You feel that sense of impending doom, right? I think it's
just a tad.
Yeah, I think it's that.
Well, have we tried stepping over them yet?
I think they're just kind of getting worse as we go. You can try just keep going. I don't mind. You can. I mean, if it's too much, you can stay here, but I can just keep going.
I don't want you to go alone. I'd like to continue with you. We'll just see what happens. I find that normally that works out, good or bad. But
all right. So it as you move forward, it almost feels like a crawl as you approach, and I would like both of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. That's not good. Wisdom save.
Hey, that's not bad.
We're the wise ones.
Yeah, we're dumb as fuck.
All right. So it will be. So you each only take 1 point of damage as you continue forward.
All right.
Sweet. Okay.
But you do admit that it is getting very hard. And during this time, I think because it is just a constant push and probably the speed in which E and Koroko had come to find you, you can start to hear the sloosh as they slide their way into the tunnel of blood.
Welcome.
Oh god. Oh no.
Oh, we're trying to be quiet. I say
Okay.
quiet.
How many of you have dark vision? Is it none?
I don't think either of us have dark vision.
Oh no. Okay. Okay, guys, just Fern's holding on to me. Someone hold on to Fern, and then someone else hold on to that other person, because I'm the only one who can see.
We're doing a bit of a train.
And as the only person who can see, you are
I'm
just
stressed.
in hell. There is so much blood, and you can see like chunks of it flaking, some of it kind of globbing. Sometimes you take a step and something like falls from the ceiling and like almost hits your nose.
Boy, am I glad I can't see right now.
I did learn, though, Furby does have 30 feet of dark vision.
Furby saw a lot better than any of you guys could.
I am going to put Furby on my head as I do, and then use my action to see through his eyes instead of mine.
So with limited motion movement, you can see the same disgusting carvings of runes into the walls. And you don't even have to make a check as you check this over. Like, this is some dark, very, like, creature witch kind of magic. Maybe like some sort of, like, witchy-related fae or other disgusting kind of monstrous creature is doing the most down here.
Is Furby just like scraping on the top? Like you like
Frog is gonna get very flat. He's just like oozing blood down the neck and everything. It's disgusting.
poor Furby.
He hates Fribbies in hell. But I would like all of you, as you're about 50 feet away now, I would like you all to roll another wisdom saving throw.
No whammies.
Please.
Oh.
Was that a whammy? Ah!
Got 7.
All right, so everyone but Koriko fails this one. So it will be 6 damage for everyone else, and we'll say just half that for Koriko.
Hey, so did you guys check out the Wicker Man? Was there bad things?
The hell is this going on? Why does it hurt to exist here?
We're
Did you
being
see-
oppressed.
Yeah.
Did you look at the Wicker Man? Were there like was there dead bodies? Is it fine? What's going on?
The Wicker Man, it has nothing in it right now, but there's some kind of system to, I don't know, pull people in from underneath.
Underneath is in the direction we're going.
I fear that might be the case.
Okay. We're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna try and like do my best to peer ahead as far as I can so I can warn the rest of the group.
So as
Real
you...
quick, I've got a hemp rope in the pack. I'm gonna take some of that out, wrap it around myself, tie it real nice, and then I'm going to. I guess I'm next to Koriko in line right now, so I'll hand the other end. I'll try to hand the other end to Koriko.
I will take the piece of rope because I can kind of see. And do you want me to tie it somewhere?
Yeah, that way we can kind of help each other out, maybe.
Yeah, sure. And I will tie a piece of it around my waist.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Do we have any idea how to make whatever's in here not hurt us?
Well, it's runes and magic. Does anyone have something that can get rid of that?
I pull out my claws.
That is not what I was talking about. And I'm like looking at you like in between like the little gap, like beneath Fern and like behind Kuroko, and I just see you
I
like
can't even tell.
Can I tell if there's any of these runes that are specifically more active than the others?
So, from what it seems like is it's just the entire wall is covered. Like if you were to place your hand on there, it's just like the same kind of 3 or 4 runes all just repeated over and over and over again. And as you get closer, it gets more condensed. And I think that's why it's feeling more and more and more painful as it goes. It just keeps getting heavier and heavier. And as you start to make a small curve a little bit farther than Fribby could have gone, the light grows a little bit brighter, and it looks like there is a direct turn that leads into an opening. And you do hear the sound of a fire.
stop everyone behind me.
What do you
Y'all see the light? You guys see the light, right?
Mm.
Do you
I
want me to
imagine I can see the light in the darkness.
All of you can see the glowing light kind of just beaming through. It almost feels weird on your eyes after being in such pitch darkness.
I would like to have stopped like before it turns into the cavern, and just be like, "Do you guys wanna just listen up first before we charge into this, or do we just wanna go?"
I vote just go.
I'm gonna set
Are we-
Fribby down on the ground.
Poor Fribby.
Could send Fribby in to just take a look. Frog wouldn't look too out of place, maybe? Probably.
So are we sending Fribby in?
I am letting Fribby slide hop on this gross ground.
So,
Oh, sorry. Go on.
so my
Sorry.
question is he going in there with a form of stealth, or is he just frog plopping in there?
I'm gonna try and stealth.
Roll me a froggy stealth.
This is the Fribby abuse session.
Oh no, poor Toad.
What's his stealth?
That's the Fribby abuse.
That is a 12.
So he kind of quietly like hops and hops, but every once in a while, like his foot kind of gets stuck to the ground because of the blood. He goes. It is an awful sound, and it is far louder than you'd want it to be. But if you look on screen, I will show you what
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Fribby sees.
Oh wow, that's fun. Oh, this looks bad. This looks very bad.
So
Those people don't look nice.
So Fribby comes in through this doorway, and as he peeks around, he sees two relatively healthy people unconscious. One nearly rotted corpse. It seems his face is still kind of very much so intact. It almost looks like a loose mask as like the muscle tissue is beginning to just deteriorate. He has a gaping chest wound where you can see like the bones and the must of his sternum looks like it was ripped out of its place. And then beside him is a very, very red-headed woman who is still perhaps breathing, but nearly skin and bones. And as Fribby kind of makes his way up here to kind of peek around the edges of the cavern, he sees a bright bolt of electricity before all of your vision from Fribby is gone.
Oh no.
No.
Rip.
Fribby.
Why did you do this?
Fribby.
Can't
At
believe-
least we know. Do you tell us, Fribby? Just kind of zit, or do we just?
You do hear the
Well-
sound of crackling electricity.
That's not a good sound. I
It
wonder
was
if that's. Wonder if that's a rune.
I was connected to Fribby at that point because I was still seeing through his eyes. So that was a fun jolt of awakening.
No.
So I do have the question though, when Fribby does take any damage, does he die or does he disappear?
He dies, but he also has, I think, 5 HP. So if that rune doesn't do more than 5 HP worth of damage, he's still alive.
Ah. I'm just wondering. I need to know.
Okay.
All right. So are you going to actually, because of the time that it is now, I think we should take our break now.
Oh.
So that way we can come in after break so you guys can see how much fun and how pretty the room is.
This
And
is
what shocked the shit out of Fribby. I mean, come on. It can't be all that
the
bad.
most fun, not murderous time. Wow.
I think you're having a good time. According to chat, Bree, this music is not okay. Same as the book. I have concerns. I don't trust this. That seems like you all are having a great time, and I'm sure chat thinks this is just as merry and fun as you
I
guys.
feel validated. Finally.
This is the bad witchery.
Hey, there's still no proof that it was my NPC's fault yet, so just remember, she could.
Cow.
I don't trust like that.
It was Cal the whole damn time. All right, we are going to be on our break. We will see all of you soon. Bye. We are live! We are back for some insanity and some fun and some crazy. We are all, piled into a very small, slimy tunnel, deciding whether or not we're going in.
About
I
that.
think we're going in.
I want
Maybe.
to go in.
I want to go in, but I also don't want to get shocked.
Understandable.
Electricity traps aside, did we get all the information from Koriko regarding the room?
Oh, yeah, I will hold my head and basically come back to my body, being as I was not in my body, I was in Freyby's body.
Oh no.
There is something. It's trapped. Some kind of lightning spell or rune or something. I don't know if it only goes off once, if it's an alert. All I know is that Fribby is not with us currently.
And as you say that, you do hear a shrill voice go, "There is just a frog here. Where did it go? I know I just killed a frog." And that sound kind of leads to the sound of chains recoiling as the more the bodies are starting to rouse to consciousness. Do you make that noise out loud?
No, that's the player. The player.
I just need to know.
Handle this.
Alright.
Player's fine. Maven's fine.
It's fine, it's fine.
Okay.
Alright guys, make a decision or else I'm going.
Before we go killing anybody, do we really want to do this? Because this is a village which none of you have ever been here before. It is unlikely you will ever return. Is this something that we are prepared to die for?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. Alright, let's hurry up.
I will untether myself since there is going to be light, and I will see if I can push past them all and lead the charge.
Because you are so small, they just kind of have to spread out their legs a little bit, and you can kind of just crouch through their legs.
Pardon me. Sorry.
Just kind of
That wasn't
pull them
important.
through.
Oh,
Y'all feel headbutts on your butt. You're like, what the heck?
No, watch the tail, watch the tail, watch the tail.
All right, and you can put yourself right here, E, as you were just at this corner's edge, as you kind of make your way through, and you can now see into this corridor, and you can see these people all. You can see this kind of direction here. You can see this person right here is that mangled corpse. This person is still alive, but barely, with the reddest hair you have ever seen, minus that little girl in the woods. And you can kind of see two slim bodies here in much better condition.
All right, I'm gonna fold myself up against the wall. I'm gonna look directly at Maven and go,
Don't know what you're doing, but okay.
thumbs up.
I'm gonna go on the opposite wall of where if E is there, then I'm gonna go opposite and press myself up against that wall. Noobs in
Okay.
chat, you're in my way.
Alright, I'll make y'all a little bit bigger. This little map's a little bit. Oh, no, I'm gonna move the whole map. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Y'all are a wee bit bigger. Well, maybe not E, but
Proportional size tokens.
proportions are unnecessary. But there we go. Now you're about the size of the map. And
Right.
where you are, Maven, you can start to see a woman emerging from the shadows. And by woman, oh my gosh, it is this hunched, elderly,
Oh, fun. I see it.
hair
I see it.
peeling, large nose, protruding jaw with sharp teeth all hanging out of it, eyes looking alert and glassy. It's kind of searching the ground for something.
Did I hear that she killed Furby?
Oh, when Maven sees this woman, without a shadow of the doubt, that is what had electrocuted.
Okay, well, good news. It's not a rune. And I'm gonna do like a little like nod and try and gesture like to E, like, hey, behind you's the bad thing.
Give a claws. Get ready.
And as she paces around, you see something in the center of the room. You see a rope of sorts, and it begins to work as something is lowered down. A very small pulley, probably the size of like a book, like this big. It's lowered down with a single note on top of it. And she kind of hurries towards it and picks it up. Not looking in your direction, she kind of just picks it up and goes, "So there are druids here." She kind of folds up the note and just puts it in her mouth. And she begins to eat the note as she walks over to this red-haired woman.
I would like to rage, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm preparing
Yeah.
to blow gunshot.
All right, I will give you all a surprise round, but I would like you all to roll initiative. Let me refresh.
Yes!
Let me refresh the list. All right, so click on your token, and you can roll initiative.
so on this
Aw.
map, the character tokens are 10 feet wide. So that is to assume that the maths just multiply it by 2.
Yeah, I would say like just assume like every square is like a 5-foot square. Y'all are a little bit bigger. This map is extremely small, so I had to increase it in size too.
Okay.
I have a +7 to initiative, and I got a 9. I rolled a 2.
Well, this is some beautiful initiative work here.
Hey, Eunice goes first.
Eunice goes first for the surprise. Yeah, for the surprise round, we will just do the order of initiative, skipping the hag, and then start back at the beginning. So, what would Eunice like to do?
I can get anywhere I want to, actually. I would like to rage.
Okay.
And then I will go barreling into the room like, "Ah!" And
Sorry, I just saw your character token just new.
yeah, like that. And then I'll get here beside Cal's mom, and then attack this obviously evil creature with a 22 to hit.
22 definitely hits this creature.
That'll be 11 slashing.
All right. Beautiful. And as you do that, she lets out a guttural noise, and she glares down at you. And that would bring it to Koroko.
I am also charging in there. She killed Furby. I'm not happy about
She
that.
100% killed Remy.
First off, I'm gonna do poison spray.
Okay. So I need to make a con save.
Yes.
17.
Which passes, which null and voids the cantrip. But I'm gonna use Hungry Jaws on her.
Okay.
That
Her.
is. Can I? Aha. Yes. D6 plus strength mod. So
All right. So what kind of is this a to hit roll?
yes.
Cool.
I believe. Roll d20 plus 2. Roll d20 plus 4. Sorry, I really should have a. Oh, that is a
think
natural
that hits.
19.
Yeah, I think that does work. A 23 will hit her.
I will, for future, make rolls for this.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that is a whole 3 damage.
Okay. Hey, that's better than 0 damage.
But I get some back, so.
Hey. And you did take a little bit of damage, so.
Yes, that is, I get some temporary hit points back, I believe, so.
Cool.
Lovely. That is going to be the end of my turn, I think.
Okay. And that would bring it to Maven.
Yeah. All right. Quick question: Are these things here? Are these pillars or are they just like stumps?
They seem like stone stumps, about 4 or 5 feet high.
Then I am going to. Oh, okay. I'm gonna. Hold on, I can't. There's so many windows. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna move behind that one, so I can get a clear shot without risking hitting any of my friends. And I'm going to pop up over the pillar and take my 2 arrow attacks.
Okay.
Cause Boomstalker, yo. Shoot. Okay. Whoop. Okay, that's first attack.
Okay. The first
17.
The first attack does hit. You do hit her.
And then, can I do a second attack? Or
Of course.
do you want me to roll damage?
You could do them both
before?
at the end if you want,
Okay.
or whatever is easier for you.
Here. And does a 24 hit?
Yeah, 24 does also hit, so if you just click on where it says longbow for both of them, we'll do the damage.
And I think, so that's 6 piercing on the first, and then the second gets an extra D8, if I remember correctly.
Okay, I think you're right there.
Double check. Boop. And it deals 1 extra D8, so I will do that. Oh,
Okay.
God. And then here we go. Longbow again. It's 11 plus. Oh boy.
Come on, max damage! Come on, max damage!
Come on. 1. So 12.
Okay, well that's still
So-
18 damage. It's very good.
Damage. And then I'm going to duck right down.
Duck.
You just see my horn just like plopping up over the edge of the thing.
Beautiful. All right, that brings it to Fern, and then we do get another round of regular combat.
Ah, shoot. Should have cast it at once.
You're fine. You can do it. It's okay.
I'll cast it next time.
Kind of want to go in there. So yeah, I'm just gonna join the smacking party. So for on surprise rounds, do you get bonus actions?
Sure.
No?
We're gonna say sure for today because
Okay, cool.
I'm not concerned whatsoever about the status of my hags right now.
That's completely alright. So for my first action, I'm gonna go ahead and just let's see, roll to hit with my mace.
Did I enter that mace for you? Did I ever enter that +1 mace for you?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, that hits. So
Oh, yep, a 19 definitely hits. Click on the where it says mace +1.
oh, there we go.
Yeah, click
Sorry,
on it
click
in
on it.
chat where it says mace +1, and that'll create the damage for you.
Oh, okay, perfect.
There we go.
Right, and then for my bonus action, I want to cast my spiritual weapon.
All the weapons. What does your spiritual weapon look like?
It's like a giant tree branch, but like the branches have giant thorns on it. So kind of like a club in a way.
Beautiful.
And I will put that down right next to the hag. I'm not sure how to put a person for it down, but that will be
I'll find something.
cool.
All right. So if that is the end of your turn,
Yeah.
it will go back to the top of the turn order.
Wait, actually, it says when you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within
Oh.
5 feet.
Oh ho ho!
And that's 1d8. Let's see. 1d20. If that hits. I don't think that's gonna hit.
Plus your spell casting mod.
Yeah, what's your
Oh,
spell
what's
mod?
Oh yeah, +4. So that would be a 16.
And unfortunately, a 16 does not hit. So.
Figured. All right. That's all I got.
All right, but that brings us to the top of the turn order once again. Now that the green hag is far awake and ready to fight, she kind of just hisses at all of you, going, "You've made a big mistake." And it's your turn, Eunice. Show her who's boss, or don't. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. There's 150 ways to mute yourself in this.
Yep. So I would like to attempt to grapple.
Okay.
She is one size larger than me. I think that I can do this. So please make a athletics or acrobatics.
All right.
I only got a 13 with advantage.
All right, and she's gonna just roll straight strength. Oh well, she rolled a natural 1.
Yes. All right, so I got her somehow. I guess I could potentially have her by the waist. Become that tall if I kind of reach up a little bit, and then I would like to use my movement, difficult terrain, to pull her back towards the wall as much as I can, which is almost all the way back to about here.
All right. So wait, where are you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, and you successfully maneuver her, and she's clawing desperately at you as she's trying to take care
Get your
of her.
shots in.
And that would bring it to Koroko.
This is actually quite perfect. And I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna cast Agony, which is a witch trait.
Ooh.
That's
So,
so cool.
I need a con save of 13.
A Constitution saving throw. She rolled an 11.
She's going to take 2d6 psychic damage, and
Okay.
she now has a, I believe this gives her the level of exhaustion.
Oh.
1 point of exhaustion.
Well,
That
she's
is
definitely
also-
seen better days, that's for sure. Or maybe not. She's a hag.
Rude.
And yeah, I will basically take my claw in the air and carve out a rune of my own and basically push it into her forehead and watch it burn into her
And she
forehead.
goes. And she's still like squirming as this small person is just like, no! All right, and that brings it next to now Maven. Maven, you've got got an opportunity to pop some shots.
Alright, I'm gonna make sure. Oh shoot. We're gonna move. Yeah, how do I see the arrow thingy? That shows distance. How do you do that?
If you go to where there's like pictures of like the little mouse clicker, a box, a paintbrush, you find the one that's like a circle with like a little ruler
Oh, I
in
see
it.
it. Okay.
And then divide it by 2 because the map is a lot bigger.
Oh, okay. So I can. So.
You should be able to have a shot anywhere in this room.
Yeah,
But if you're talking
I
about
should.
movement, you can stretch it up to 60 feet because this room is a little bit
Okay.
bigger.
Oh, I want to move.
If you have 30 movement feet.
We're gonna move over here behind that pillar, and I'm going to cast. Gonna cast Hunter's Mark before I forget.
Okay.
God, it's such a pain to remember. And then I'm going to, pop shot.
There we go.
Let me just pop that. Let me pop Hunter's Mark in chat, and then
Okay.
wrong
So an
tab,
extra d6 of damage.
and then I get advantage.
All right.
Longbow. 24 to hit. With advantage, right? Because she's grappled.
Yeah, a 24 hits.
Alright, sweet. So that's 7 piercing plus. God, 1d6. 13 damage.
Oof. Beautiful.
And then, squat.
Squat. And that will bring it next to Fern.
Alright, so I'm gonna use a first level spell slot to cast in Quick Wound.
Okay.
That's 1d20 plus 5. Which is an 18, and so then she will take, I believe it's 3d10. Yeah. 3d10. Wow.
6.
2, a 3, and a 1.
Hey, 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Do the damage.
Alright, and then for my bonus action, I'm also going to just use my spiritual weapon.
Okay. So you're going to move that over towards her.
Yep.
I'll move it right here.
20. That's a 15, so I don't think that one's gonna hit.
Mm-mm.
Alright, that's my turn.
Beautiful. And that means it is now the hag's turn. And as the hag kicks and screeches, you hear someone coming down the corridor. And it is the caretaker, who kind of looks at all of you and is like, what the? What? He seems less than pleased. Oh, I dropped in. There we go. Bring it back. And he will roll initiative for the next come around. We'll put that back to
Oh, he's right next to me. That's not good.
descending. Yep, he comes out right there, and
Oh.
as he sees the hag, then cast a spell. And let's see how that works.
I have concern.
Don't worry about it. Alright. So, she turns around, kind of in this, like, grapple, to face Eunice. And she puts her hands in front of Eunice's face like this. And she casts Lightning Bolt. So I would like Eunice to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Before you do that, I'm going to use my craft magic for defense
Okay.
and use reaction to stop the projectile entirely.
Okay, so does that stop it no matter what, or is there any rolls I can make for that, or is it just automatically
Don't
void?
believe there is a roll for it, but it's like a once a day thing, I believe.
Ah, so
You
as
can use it twice between short or long rests.
Oh, lovely. There it says right at the bottom. I did
There we
write it
go.
in there.
as this protrusion of lightning begins to kind of like form towards your face, it also then disappears, and you can hear, Corica once again in the background making a sound that is, as always, coming to your 100% defense. And when she realizes that does not work, she attempts to use her sharp, nasty claws to give you a good old scratch. And it was a 12.
It does not hit.
A 12 does not hit. So we are back to the top of the turn order with Eunice.
Keep
Oh, it's
squeezing
tough.
her. Keep squeezing her.
Is that okay? All right. All right. I'll keep squeezing her.
I mean, you don't have to do what you want.
Well-
I was just saying that's an option.
Well, says the person I was going to go attempt to protect. So, yeah, I'll keep squeezing her, and if Can I do a contingency situation? If he goes to attack Maven, I run over to her defense.
So you would like to hold your action kind of in this scenario?
Yeah, but I'll be moving instead. Can you do that? You can't do that, can you?
I don't think you can do it. I think you would have to let her go and start rushing towards Maven.
I believe you can hold an action, but you can't hold movement or bonuses or
Yeah.
anything like
Okay, yeah, that sounds right. All right, I will remain here, stalwart, and simply hope that whatever Nemo does not hurt the people in chains.
It should be fine. And actually, E, as you look at this, because you've seen Gregor a time or two, the two limp bodies are, without a doubt, Gregor's parents.
The ones on the left?
The ones that are healthy, yeah, by Maven.
Okay, yeah. Alright.
And so you just hold your grapple?
Yep, nothing to it.
All right, that sounds good. That does bring it to the caretaker's turn, because that is his name. And he is going to cast Burning Hands. Oh, does it not have the... oh, it does not. So you will have to make a dexterity saving throw, Maven.
Okay. That's a 12.
Oh, a
I take
12.
11 fire damage.
You do take 11 fire damage.
I'm not looking too hot. It's fine.
Is that including resistance?
Oh yeah, no, I have resistance.
Do you have resistance to fire, or do you have
I'm a
resistance?
tiefling.
But you are a Levistus tiefling. Does that affect what you're resistant to?
Nope, it does not reflect. I'm still.
Oh.
Legacy.
Okay.
I'm just so cold. It doesn't hurt me. I think it's weird, but like.
Don't stress
what-
it. You just
So,
get really
I will-
steamy. Really steamy.
You can see like there's just like steam just kind of wafting
They're
up.
like, I have a sunburn.
But there you go. There you go.
So 11 divided by 2 is 6. So I take 6 points of damage.
You can... is it a round up for damage? Or is it a round down? I always round down. So, I don't know.
5.
We'll just go 5. We'll just round down.
Yeah, I think you round down.
Okie doke. That's fun. What else did the caretaker do? Anything else?
Mm-mm. That will end the caretaker's turn. And it will become Koroko's turn. What does that mean?
I am going to use the poison spray cantrip again, I believe.
Okay.
And that is a DC 13 con save. I don't like that it gives me the damage early, because then I know it's not going to do much, even if you don't save.
That's okay. She's saved. She's very constitutionally sound. But yeah, no, it is always rough when it's like, you take 1 damage. And you're like, oh, great. Fantastic.
Can I? No. I'm going to be done, I believe. I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to prepare some poison blood arts.
Excellent.
That's my bonus action.
That sounds perfect. And that will bring it to Maven. Maven, you just got burnt.
This is the first time I've taken damage in a fight.
Yeah, this is the first time you've ever been attacked.
I know. I don't like it.
It's no fun.
I'm going to yell at my shoulder, "We got company!" And then I'm going to back up. Just back up, back over here. And I am going to take in the shot at the hag, because that's where my hunter's mark is, so.
Okay.
And let's just take care of her.
Just get her taken care of.
There we go. There's a natural 20.
It was a natural 20. Yes, it was a nat 20. So, see that damage?
Damage. That's 13, and then I get double hunter's mark.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, you do.
With the dice. Heck yes. 7, so that's 20 points of damage.
Ooh, so this hag is not feeling good under your grip, E. She's starting to feel pretty gross, pretty bad, pretty bloody.
I'm just gonna like shake out the steam and just pop back down behind the pillar. Usual roll. Try and put as much distance as I can between the guy who just burned me, but also I want to keep them close enough that I can hit people. I'll
Excellent.
be fine.
All right, that brings it to Fern. Ficus named Fern.
Okay, let's see. I'm not feeling that guy over there, so I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon over to the Undertaker or whoever the heck that is. And
The caretaker, but Undertaker is
yeah,
probably also
Undertaker,
accurate.
yeah, whatever he's up to. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'll go ahead and just cast another inflict wounds on this hag. I'm just gonna go for it. Woohoo!
All right, let's see. A 19 does hit.
Oh, well, there we go. Not too bad. And then for my
Mhm.
bonus action, I'm also going to does a 13 hit?
A 13 does hit.
Dude.
It does.
Bree, you're muted.
Shit. Sorry, yes, it does hit.
Okay, excellent. And then so that will just be 12 damage.
Woo. Excellent. So you,
Okay, I give him a good old bonk.
good
I
old bonk.
should have rolled a concentration check for my hunter's mark.
Oh, probably, but we'll do it next time.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot.
How dare you?
Mm,
You're
I
fine.
barely remember to cast hunter's mark.
On a big, powerful mood. It is a big, powerful mood. All right, so that brings it to the green hags. And she is going to... Let's see, what does she want to do? I think she is going to attempt to cast... No, she's just going to try and get out of this grapple. So is that a strength versus a strength, or?
To escape it? Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so we'll do a contest to see if she can break free for one of her actions.
Very important question, though. Would you consider holding the grapple like I did last turn, attacking the creature on my turn? Because I'm asking because rage. I might have lost my rage.
I'd say that because she's been squirming against you, that you have not lost your rage.
Right, yeah, it's an adrenaline thing.
Yeah, high adrenaline. She's stinky, gross, and terrible. You hate her.
Alright, cool.
You also have disadvantage on ability checks, saving throws, and stuff due to exhaustion.
Yes, she does.
Woohoo!
Energy. Oh no.
But that
Double
doesn't,
18,
I say
so-
that doesn't stop her though. So for one of her actions, she just pushes out, and with that, she whips around and she attempts to claw you right in your face, and another 12 to hit.
I go, "Huh!" Too small.
Too small, not enough. All right, that's all she can do with her turn. So it goes back to the top of the turn order with Eunice.
Can they see the rolls? Can our viewers see the rolls?
No, they can't. I still haven't figured that out.
So, I got with advantage a 14 for my
Let me
athletics,
see if I can.
and she got with disadvantage an 18.
Double 18.
Double 18. I can.
That's what just happened.
I can do something like
Going
this,
so
but I don't.
well.
Let's see. How does that look like on screen? Does that? I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit, see if that can kind of work. If it works, let me know. If it doesn't, I'll make it big again.
Looks fine to me.
Cool.
You got the widescreen black bar thing going on. But
Yeah, it's fine. We'll work it that way so they can all see. So that will make it your turn, Eunice. What would you like to do to
Great.
this wonderful, wonderful woman?
I'm gonna slash her face up and hopefully kill her that way.
Okay.
So I'm gonna jump up. It's 11 to hit.
Does not hit.
Bounce back up. 19.
A 19 does hit.
And that's 8 slashing.
Okay. Now she looks exuberantly beat up. Does not look like there is much left of her. But is that the end of your turn?
I'll shout at the caretaker. Hey, welcome to the party!
He just kind of looks at you and goes,
Yeah, he
Uh.
parties.
It's not party. It hurt.
He parties. So on his turn, he is going to look at the hag and be like, hey, you know, it's me, the caretaker. I'm here to, you know, like, take care of you and stuff. And he is going to cast... Oh, where is it? Hold on. It's not showing up. My character sheet. And... he is going to cast Healing Word on her.
What a
Eh.
bitch.
It's just
I
1d4.
know. At the second level.
2d4.
Oh, shit, it's 2d4.
So it's 5 whole HP. And with the... And because that's a bonus action, he's going to use his other action to... he's going to kind of step over. Is there opportunity attacks for a spiritual weapon?
You know, that's a good question. I actually don't know. Let me see. Actually, that'd be a lot easier.
So I don't know about all that.
I don't.
No,
think
it
there is,
cannot.
but I'm not sure.
I just googled it real quick. You cannot. So he is going to step in right
Oh, I just looked at our
here.
game chat. Oh no.
Oh god, I haven't checked it yet. Is everything okay?
It's fine.
Okay,
It's just
is everyone okay? And he is going to point a finger at Koroko and cast Firebolt. Does a 23 hit?
Yeah, it does.
For 2 cold damage, 2 fire damage.
Wow.
He got rid of my temporary hit points.
Oh no, not those.
Alright, and that is the end of his turn, so it is now your turn, Koroko.
I am going to take out some of my poisoned blow darts, and I'm going to shoot one at the caretaker. And does a 21 hit?
It does hit.
That is 5 piercing. And because they're poisoned with my poison, takes an extra 2d4 poison damage. So another 5.
Beautiful, so he takes 10 damage. And he kind of like takes it and he's like, oh. Oh. When's the other one coming? I've been waiting for her. She told me she'd meet me down here. Oh.
I
I don't like the sound. Yeah.
Alright, is there anything else you can do with your turn?
Possibly. Nope. I was gonna do something else, but we're good.
Okay. This is a fun fight. It comes and goes in waves. Waves of combat, because y'all are in a deep blood tunnel.
Oh,
Alright, so brings it to Maven.
Alright, what's a concentration check?
It's just a regular con save or wisdom save.
Is it constitution or wisdom?
Con save, I thought. For
Yeah.
100
Con
mark.
save. Alright, we'll do con save. What is it? I feel bad. It's a 14. I don't know how concentration checks work.
I think it's just it's like if it's below 10, then it's a fail, and if it's above 10, it's a save.
Or it's like the
thing.
damage or whatever is like
Yeah.
higher.
Yeah, or there's
Yeah.
there's something to do with like certain amount of.
You're still 100 marked. Don't stress it out.
I felt bad because I got a crit on that one, so I was just like, ah.
Ugh, the guilt.
Yes. This player guild. It's fine. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take another attack at that hag. We gotta finish her. Pop.
That does not hit. Oof. All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here. And if anyone looks at Maven, you could tell she's like genuinely like, this is not good because she's down like half her hit points, and she's just like,
It's fine. All right. That I know it says that it's the hags, but it was originally Fern first. But when I added the new person, it moved it. So it is your turn, Fern.
That's reasonable. Alright, I'm just gonna smack her with my mace. Whoop. Okay, and then I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon back over to that dude, and I'm just gonna do 20 plus 20, 15, and that is 1d8 plus 5. Okay, 13 damage.
15 hits.
Yes, the 15 does hit. It hits the boy. It does not hit the hag.
Yep, so the spiritual weapon hits.
Yeah, so as you hit him with the weapon, it's almost like the weapon hits into the dart that Koriko shot into it. It plunges within him. He falls over the spiritual weapon, and he dies.
Take it!
Does Fern do that too?
Yeah, does Fern...
Oh, absolutely. She's really into it.
Beautiful.
She may miss with one swing, but she hits with the other.
One.
And actually, can I have that hit be non-lethal, or is that something I have to announce before?
You have to announce it beforehand.
Okay, well,
Sorry.
he's down. Whatever. I don't
You
care.
killed him. There's all I can do.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. All right. Does that mean it is the hag's turn? The hag is going to do something in response. And let's see. Excellent. Let's see if this works for her. If not, she's fucked. She casts Blink.
Uh-oh.
So she's gonna roll a d20 to try and leave. She fails. And in response, she's going to just try and rip off Fran's face. And it's a 14.
Doesn't hit.
This hag is rolling so poorly.
This hag has rolled so poorly. She has taken like tons of combat damage and it just
We
doesn't.
show up and start beating the absolute shit out of her.
That's more than fine. It's
Avenged
fine.
Privy.
It's okay.
Hashtag Avenged Privy.
And at the end,
Hashtag for the week.
and as the combat ends, as her blink fails, and she kind of looks at you all with horror and goes, "You might kill me, but you won't stop this ritual." And the block begins to kind of lower into the ground, like it is waiting for its sacrifice. And it is the top turn order. It is Eunice's turn.
Kill her.
You're muted.
So muted.
Oh.
There
Oh,
we go. Nope.
No.
Nope.
oh my goodness.
Music stopped too.
How about now?
Oh, the music was me. I'm changing it to something spookier. But hey, can hear you now.
Okay.
Push the hag in. Thanks, Zelda.
Yeah. So I'm thinking this might be one of those rituals where any blood will do. So I am going to try to non-lethally cluck this hag on the back of the head with my nuts.
All right. That sounds good. An 18 does hit. Roll for damage. Alright, so you do knock her out.
Cool.
So she kind of crumples to the ground. And the little spoke begins to lower, and you can see on the little board there is now just a small bowl that looks like it needs to fit something the shape of perhaps an organ.
Well, we do have a dead body, like right over there.
Just,
Wait, maybe we shouldn't partake in black magic.
oh
I have
God.
cut. I've cut open a lot of poisonous creatures, not humans.
Are we out of turn order?
Yes, for now you are currently out of turn order.
Okay, I'm gonna start going around to all these chains and just busting them.
Okay. So as you go over, obviously one person is beyond dead. One woman is extremely weak, and she doesn't even look at
Oh.
you as you...
Can I actually real quick? Can I cast prayer or mass prayer of healing? Really? On
If
the ones
you
that are
would
still
like.
alive?
Yeah, of course.
How
But
many
as-
people does that affect?
Let me see.
But as you're doing this... Oh,
Up 6.
but that does take 10 minutes to cast. Are you going to go through casting it?
Yeah, I'll start casting that.
All right. What is... And, Eunice, you are in the process of breaking the chains. What are you doing, Maven?
Well, the thing is down, right?
It is in the process of continuously lowering.
I'm gonna look at everyone and pull, I think I have a dagger. I'm gonna pull out a knife or something and be like, hag or other guy.
Oh, you know what'd be really funny? Is if you cut off the hand of the guy and fixed it so that it's his middle finger's erect, and then put it in the thing, and then let it go back up.
Okay. And I do it.
So, as you begin to cut off his hand, you begin to notice something that you weren't quite expecting to happen. And as, you kind of delicately carve it, the skin begins to feel strange, and it begins to move under your hand. And you start to hear a noise as what seems to be roaches begin to crawl from underneath his skin.
Oh no.
And in a pool around you, roaches just...
Burn him!
And he kind of like begins to fall into himself as his face opens and eyes roll back, as it's almost like a skin suit of roaches begin to crawl at you, and they begin to crawl around all of you towards the hag's body, and they begin to just start crawling inside of the hag's body.
I don't like that.
Burn.
Ray of Frost, Ray of Frost, Ray of Frost, Ray of Frost, Ray of Frost.
and as you're doing that, the small board begins to start slowly rising with nothing inside of it.
Oh god,
I don't know what to do.
Burn the roaches! Priority roaches!
I start taking my comb. I start just smacking every roach that I see as they
wait,
scuttle around.
the thing, the pulley, guys. Ray of Frost, Ray of Frost, Ray of Frost.
What do we do?
Can I take an arrow and shoot it? Shoot the rope.
Yeah, you can shoot the rope. Roll to hit.
Oh, it's a bad idea. Oh no. No.
So you shoot right into the pulley, and the pulley snaps, and it falls to the ground.
Well, they don't know they're here. If they don't know we're here by now, they probably do.
Breathe!
But it's not happening. No one's dead. Okay.
All
we're
of
fine.
you! In through the nose, out through the mouth. Or is that reverse? One of those.
We should check if the rest of the people are alive or if they're dead and take the live ones out.
Working on it.
All right, so
Guys,
yeah,
also, by the way,
he
we
is
might
fine.
have company soon, and I'm gonna probably put like 5 silver pieces on it. It's probably Marina. So, I'm tired.
So, as this prayer of healing spell keeps going through, E has begun to free all of the folks. It seems like the one woman with the red hair is barely clinging to life. Barely. The other two looks like they've been recently captured. They go, "Oh my gosh, where is our son Gregor? Where is our boy? What is happening?" And they're all panicking. And as the prayer of healing then goes through, it's a 2d8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
16.
So everyone receives 16 HP.
Everybody who's missing some health, take a sip, babe.
I am full. Thank God. I feel a lot better.
A little sip. Wonderful. And I would like...
Everybody?
I think it... well, it's up to... It's 6, right? So either the entire party plus 2 more, or...
Don't heal me.
I will.
heal everyone, but E. E's probably in really good shape right now.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
I would like you all to roll me perception checks.
It's never good. This music is so creepy.
But you all are rolling really high perception. 22, 20, 23, I'm just waiting for.
There we go.
So Fern was doing a real big heal, and while the power of the healing fills everyone's body and we're all looking at all these corpses, you begin to hear the sound of Gregor, some feet above you, screaming in terror. Just absolute terror above you. Screaming and begging, and you can't make out what he's saying, but he sounds mortified. What would you like to do?
If everybody is off their chains and healed up, I'm going to start sticking my knuckles into the walls until I climb up into the ceiling, and I'm just going to start tearing at the ceiling.
You're going to start tearing into the ceiling. All right, so I would like you to roll me in athletics, please. All right. So you begin to just dig and dig and dig, and you manage to grab yourself into that rope that's left, and it does seem to have just enough space for you to climb through if you would like, through the Wicker Man.
I'm gonna go save Gregor.
All right. All right, so I'm going to switch the scene. And as you begin to crawl through this, you begin to feel hot.
I'll take it.
Very, very hot. But it doesn't seem that the Wicker Man has completely caught fire yet. It seems that it's just that area around it. As you're climbing up the rope, you do see the way the pulley is. You can lower more rope down to your party members if you choose. But you are able to crawl in and get to the chest area where there's that kind of opening of the cage.
Did I break the rope, or is it... Or what happened?
You hit the bottom of it to kind of like break the spoked part, but it was kind of rising, so it's about 6-7 feet in the air.
So yeah, I'll use my feet to push more down if it's convenient, if it doesn't lose me any time.
It doesn't seem to lose you some time. You're just kind of pulling it as you go.
And hopefully I get to the chest cavity and then I burst out of it like a little alien. Go, ah.
Surprise!
Yeah, you can. I'm adding all the icons because I realized I forgot to add all the icons.
Oh, that's fun.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
The heck's still alive.
So yeah, you burst out of the chest cavity and you see Moriana there holding the boy with a knife to his chest. And she sees you, and her eyes are rolled back, kind of like she sees you but doesn't, and goes, "Are you going to be the sacrifice then, Eunice?"
I will. Okay, just let Gregor go. He's a kid. The whole point is to make sure that they grow up nicely.
Well, if
Fat bellies, right?
one doesn't do it, they will all die, Eunice.
Okay. All right, I'll do it. I'll do it. Just let Gregor go. Okay.
Cut open your chest, Eunice.
Can we go? Can we go?
Are you guys climbing up behind during this?
I would like to go.
I would like you to roll a persuasion check for me. Yes.
I would like to use inspiration.
You can use your inspiration. I'll let you reroll.
Nope. Well,
No.
So close.
So she looks at you and goes, "You are but a coward. This is your fault." And Gregor's like kicking and screaming like, "Ah!" And the rest of the villagers, where I just have the one icon, there's about 20, 25 villagers all kind of standing there. And their heads are kind of moving in a daze, like they don't see quite what is going on. And I will let you make a decision now, Eunice, on what you would like to do.
If it sounds like my party's going to be here in...
You can hear them screeching and scrambling from behind you, like, "Oh my god, pull up! Oh my god, help! Move, move, move!"
If they can get here in less than 6 seconds, I won't, well, no, because they're going to still have to, it's going to be too tough. I have to go for it. I have to.
What do you do?
I'm going to leap at Marina's face.
Alright.
Try to swing her around her entire body to the point where she loses grip off of everything, and then she has to deal with me on her face.
Okay. Roll an acrobatics, athletics type, whatever you think will work better for this kind of scenario.
Both of those would be A-okay, so I'll go with acrobatics. And I will use my halfling's luck on this.
Excellent.
oh yeah, that's a thing.
23, finally!
Beautiful. So you launch at her, and as you do, Gregor goes flying back, and he does kind of bounce in the flames before he can roll himself out, and he's just like kind of just a mess crying in the corner where there are two death dogs kind of growling and barking at you as you are on top of her face. And I would like the party to maintain initiative. I believe that'll probably be just the best way to go about it. And we'll take out the rolls for the dead, and I'll add them in. Unless everyone wants to roll new initiatives, that's up to you guys.
I personally would like to roll new
Yeah, I
initiative.
would like to as well.
I forgot you all rolled absolute shit initiative. Yeah, you can all re-roll initiative, that's fine.
Okay.
I actually have to check something real quick for Gloomstalkers because their initiative is funky. Oh, it's every turn of combat, doesn't matter. Alright, sweet, sweet.
Alright, there's Moriana.
Oh, it rolled for me twice. My bad.
You're fine. Did any of them show up? Probably not, because you're not in there. We will just... Yeah, will you all load your token on the screen? We can change it to them if you end up having a lower roll. Don't worry about that. Nope, this is awful. I keep doing the wrong thing, so it's fine.
I'll just take this initiative. I'm okay with it.
All
So,
right.
wait, do you want us to roll again or no?
You can roll again, and we'll take the higher one if you end up rolling lower.
Well,
We're gonna give this Death
I
Dog the
still don't have
22
a
that it deserves.
token on screen, so it's not assigning it.
That's
Yeah.
fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I'm just gonna put all your tokens on real quick, just to make it easier. Just gonna put them all right here, and we're gonna add. All right, reroll your initiatives. Final time. Click on your characters. Just do it. It's okay. We're running out of time, and we want to see what happens to this big bad witch.
What do you mean, the sweet good NPC? Oh, come on! I rolled the highest I rolled was a 24, so
Okay, you want to take your 20? We'll take.
I would really like to take my 24.
You can take your 24. That's fine. Let's make it descending. Are you even on here? Why are you still not in my turn order? Hold on. It's fine. This is the minorest of tech problems I've had while playing D&D. It's more than fine. All right, now you're in. I got you 23, but we'll move it to 24. Put you in the top turn order. And I'm guessing you were first in the climbing out anyways, because you're kind of the most dexterous out of the group of people. So it fits. And you can act first.
Ooh, I would like to, like, jump out of the middle, if possible.
Yeah, you can jump out, watch for the flames, go where you need to go. You do.
I would like to...
You see as you look, Eunice and Marina fighting there in a pile as these two death dogs begin to start growling and snapping in the direction of Gregor.
I would like to just, like, perch in the opening and they take my 2 shots at Marina. Because Doomstalker, yo.
A nat 20.
Oh, why did hit? Okay, we'll just ignore the 25. So a nat 20 and a 26. I forgot to cast Hunter's Mark again. It's fine. I will do, okay. Bop. That's 7, and then this one is 5 plus an extra
D8.
D8.
Ay.
Oh my god. Okay, 6.
Ay. So that's 13 damage. Very good, very good. Are you going to stay perched in there, or are you going to move out of the way for your fellow
And then
companions?
I would like to jump out and get in between Eunice and Marina and the death dog. So I'd like to get, like, over here. Over there. I can't. Like, there. There we go.
There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. You're where you need to be. It's fine.
I'm rolling. My damage is rolling so badly, and I forgot to cast Hunter's Mark.
That's okay.
I think I'm actually going to save that spell.
There we go. All right, and it goes to the death dog's turn. And they were originally going and growling and after trying to bite Sweet Gregor Boy, but because they see you, they jump over the flame to attack you, Maven. One at you, and one is going to bite at the small halfling on top of their master. So the first one will be for Maven to hit. Well, they each get 2 attacks, so. That's a 9.
Nope.
Second one is an 11.
Nope.
Cool. And neither of them hit, so you don't have to worry about any of that. So then the next one tries to bite at frickin'. Alright, so that one doesn't hit either. Shit. Okay, so never mind. They all rolled absolute trash. These 2 dogs that have tried to attack you, they have not been able to bite whatsoever. But it's fine. It's Eunice, your turn. A dog has tried to bite your butt a few times, but totally missed terribly, because all of my rolls are trash. And you are on top of Marina.
I'm gonna focus on Marina. I'm still using the momentum of being on her face. I'll fall, but before I fall, I kind of hover in the air. That's when I'll take my 2 slashes and then I'll land.
Cool.
23.
23 hits. Excellent.
7.
It's 11.
And then another 23. Oh my
Beautiful.
God.
Wonderful. You are determined to kill her.
And I'll be like, Gregor, run! Find somewhere safe!
Run, my boy! Run, my sweet boy! Alright. Beautiful. And that makes it Koriko's turn. You gonna finish climbing out of your chest?
Yes, I'm going to use my claws and try and scrape my way up this wall and tear out of that tiny hole that Eustace made, making it a slightly larger hole this time. And it's very crowded right there. I am going to jump over on this side, if that's okay with you.
You can jump where you feel fit to jump.
And I am going to use Acid Splash, which should hit both those devil dogs.
Woof,
I'm
woof.
hoping. And that's a DC 13 Dex save throw from both of them.
Okay. One has a 5. One has a 14. So one fails.
One fails, taking the 6 acid damage.
Okay. Beautiful. Just what they needed in the morning.
Yes, absolutely.
And is there anything else you can do, my dear?
Not right now, no.
Okay. So the Marina is going to kind of sit up and point her finger at Eunice and is going to cast Ray of Sickness. An 11 does not hit, does it?
No, it does not. So I matrix move that.
Right, you matrix move it. And with her free hand, she's going to do one claw attack at you. Does a 24 hit you?
Let me check, yeah.
Alright. I think it's the first time anything's ever hit you. You're untouchable.
Well, today, yeah.
Just today. Today, absolutely untouchable. She slashes you for 8.
Why does she have claws?
Why does she have claws? And you do notice, though, as you look at her, her fingertips are, like, black and sharp. They weren't like that when you first met her and she was playing with Gregor, and her hands seemed all normal and gentle. They're definitely sharp claws now. And it is now Fern's turn to squeeze her little self out of the hole.
It took her a while to get out of there, and finally, he burst forth from the whatever they are coming out on this thing, and let's see. I'll get right there. So for my bonus action, I'd like to cast Shillelagh. And so
Shalaye.
damage that becomes 1d8, and then I'll go ahead and roll. I hit her, and I don't think it 6 hits, so
It-
that's my
It does not hit.
I fall on my face.
It's just, there's not enough room to hit her without worrying about hitting Eunice or anyone else. But that does bring it to Maven. And Maven, you do recognize these are the same creatures that you are skilled in killing. Obviously, Marina is not, but you do know that the Death Dogs are monstrosities.
Okay. Huh. This is not. They're within melee range, though, aren't they?
They are within melee range.
Cool. Gotta put my bow away. We're gonna make a short sword attack.
Ooh.
And you gotta put that and take out short sword for the first time.
Let's see you use the short sword, a 20.
25.
And who is that to hit?
One of the death dogs.
Cool. We'll say it's the one that already got acid splashed.
All right. And boop.
7.
Piercing.
Beautimus. Excellent.
I don't think it's supposed. I think it might supposed to be slashing, but like whatever, it's fine.
It's fine. They don't have any resistances to either of those. So. Don't
I'll
worry
look at it
about it.
later.
Excellent. And that does bring it to the Death Dogs, who are going to try and now bite at Eunice and Maven once again. These ones are for Eunice. 221s.
Yeah.
And I would like you to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 18.
Beautiful. And then, so that you don't have to deal with any poisons from these bites.
Oh, I'm immune anyways, because halfling. Wait, no, I got resistance.
Powerful halfling. And then the other bites are for Maven. 14 or 7 hit.
Neither hit. Sorry, I was muted.
You're fine. It's beautiful. We're good. We're doing great. It brings it to Koriko and Fribby.
I am gonna try something risky here, and I'm gonna take one of my second poison potion, my last one, and I am going to pop it and put it in my mouth as a bonus action, not drinking it, but holding it, the liquid in my mouth. And I am going to use my action to bite one of the devil dogs, the one that's in front of Maven. So,
Yeah,
this
you
is Hungry Jaws, but it's the same DC thing as just a bite.
Okay, so what do I have to roll for that then? Oh, it's just a...
That is a terrible, terrible attack roll.
It is a terrible, terrible attack roll.
That is a shame.
Because it was a really cool idea.
The poison itself, I believe, is a D12, so
Have you
but it
used
doesn't
your,
hit.
Divine Inspiration yet?
I haven't, but I thought about it, but I've already rolled on it, so I'm gonna.
I mean, you can use Divine Favor retroactively.
It was really cool.
Keep thinking
It was a
about
really cool idea.
Yeah. You know what? Sure. To
Okay,
play out the cool idea.
so you critically bite this death dog, so you do double damage.
2d6 this time. So that's 3 because I critically did terrible on that other d6, but
No, it's not. It's not a critical hit. You
2
didn't.
1s on both.
All right, what is the poison though?
The poison is just a d4.
You get double though.
It gets doubled.
Come on.
A 6 poison damage addition.
There you go.
These damage rolls hurt.
They hurt you real bad. They did you real dirty. That's 10.
They did.
That's 10 damage to this death dog though. Let's see, that's 10. Okay. So this death dog's been in better shape before. Definitely better shape before. But it is no longer their concern because it is Marina Gourmet's turn.
My turn gets skipped.
Did your turn get skipped? Did we skip you, Eunice?
I think you might have.
Shit, I did skip Eunice, so it's Eunice's turn. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's cool.
Get in there and get your slashes and your stabbies and your...
I'm just gonna slash, yeah.
Fuck her up.
That's
God.
4 and an 8.
Yeah, both of those hit.
15 total points of slashing.
Alright, and that is for Marina as well.
Yes.
Excellent. Beautiful. So now it is her turn, and she's just going to respond by clawing back at you.
Oh, that's okay. Shield?
You cast shield?
Yes, I used the amulet to cast shield.
Alright, so neither of them hit you then?
Wait. Oh, my math is wrong. If it's +5, then it's 21. That wouldn't help anyways. So never mind. I have to take it.
It's 21 damage.
So I'm down. Eunice just kind of like peels back and goes flop into the fire. Some of the embers.
And and you can see that Marina's eyes go bright, and she's like, finally. Like, one for the sacrifice. And it is your turn, Fern. Your friend just fell.
I was gonna say, you know what I'm gonna do. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Healing Word at first level because I don't have any more second level spell slots. So that's what 1d4 plus 5.
Aww.
6 points of health. Oh, and that's my bonus action. Oh, cool. So I still get to get this match. I'm just gonna... with my mace.
Your mace hits.
That's 8 damage onto Marina.
Beautiful. And you hit her across the face, and her head flips, and it kind of like cricks as it goes back to you. And she kind of just looks at you, hair in her face, almost like the movie The Grudge. Kind of use that as a mental imagery as it kind of turns back at you, all gross-like. And she just goes... And is that all you can do, my dear?
That's all I can do. That's all I got.
All you got. Beautiful. It works, though, because Eunice is now up. And it is Maven's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna take my sword, look at the two death dogs, and then spin around and stab Moriana.
Beautiful. Roll to hit.
Because I don't like her.
She's the worst.
This is the first time any party member has gone down, and I'm like, haha, no.
I get it. You don't like it. You don't like her. I get it. I get it. Calm down. What's with you and all these crits?
So many natural 20s.
You have rolled so many nat 20s.
Girl.
You took all of Zelda's luck.
I'm sorry, I normally have shit luck.
It's okay. I forgive you.
That's 9 plus 5 is what? I can't math.
14.
Okay.
So you plunge deep into her leg and you pull it out. And where you expect blood to kind of form, you begin to hear a
Roaches.
noise. But she's still standing and she's kind of just moving around. And you can tell that she's just barely staying on her feet. And she's moving in this very weird, clicky way as she tries to maintain her standing.
Okay. And that's it. That's all I can do because I'm literally surrounded by people.
Yeah, you're super surrounded. But it is now the...
That's awful.
No.
I want that to be something you guys think about every night. How every man you meet could actually be 1,000 roaches in a trench coat.
Oh no.
Much.
True!
This is why I don't go outside.
This is why we don't leave our houses. The death dogs have now focused all of their attention on other folks. They saw Eunice fall, so they are no longer caring about what Eunice is doing. So one goes to start chomping at Koroko, and it is a bite. It is a critical hit!
Yeah, it is.
And the other one is a 10. I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
Does not hit.
Alright, so it is, 12 piercing damage, and you have to roll a DC 12 con save.
And that one, which I don't pass.
Cool, so we are going to, you are now, poisoned.
What?
So,
I should know what the effects of poison are. That's a bad question to even ask.
well, this is a special kind of, this is a diseasing poison. It's just going to, reduce your hit point maximum by 5.
It's a special kind of poison because it's worse.
Oh, yeah.
So your max hit die is reduced until you can every 24 hours make the saving throw, or you get the disease cured.
Lovely.
It is really lovely. And the other bites are going to go to Maven once again. A 7 and a 12.
Bye.
All right. Eunice. I think. Yeah, Eunice. Not skipping you ever again. You're up and you're ready to fight.
Confirm for Eunice. Gregor, I told you to run. What are you still doing there?
Gregor is kind of limp. He's still kind of moving a little bit, but he definitely did get thrown through fire. So, and he's like 9.
You're a strong boy. Walk it off. No, in fact, run it off. That way.
He starts to stir as you keep screeching at him. He goes, just want to go. And he's holding his... And he's kind of just runs off the side a little bit. You can still see him holding his little wicker man that he was so excited to burn. And he just kind of starts running off into the sideway.
All right. Who was it? Charles, the chipmunk.
Charlie.
Charlie will find him. He'll take care of him.
Yeah, Charlie Charlie will do his work.
Right. So I'm gonna go for her ankles.
All right.
It's a 19 and a 17,
Both hit.
and that's 8 and a 4. No damage.
Beautiful. And how would you like to do it?
Ooh. Oh. Okay. So let's see. It was a left and a right. So with the left, we'll actually go through her ankles and like sever the rest of her from her stumps, so she falls over. But as she's falling, I just leave my right hook there for her head to fall upon, and it comes down in 3 neat little
Beautiful. And the sound just becomes overwhelming as these roaches are kind of swarming around you, trying to get away and burning up in the fire one by one. Some of them are crawling on the death dogs, and they're like, "Wah!" You kind of have to like pat at them yourselves to get them off of you. But it is now Koroko's turn. They're just a pretty beaten death dog that may or may not have just diseased you, and then a pretty healthy death dog.
I'm gonna do something that will not fail and cast another healing word on Eunice. And I'm gonna cast at level 2. So 2d4 plus spellcasting, which is I believe 5? 3? Nope, 5. You get 10 HP back. And use my blowgun to try and poison this death dog back, because he's a jerk. So, yeah. Does a nat 6 hit?
No, it does not hit. It does not hit. I swear this combat would have just ended so much faster if poor Zelda could just roll 1 to hit.
Thank
Aw.
you to Wu-Tang, who tried his goddamn best to give me something. Some
Wu-Tang
little bit.
definitely tried his best to help you there. I mean, you did get to do some damage, which was very important.
It was very important.
I would say it is Marina's turn, but she's a pile of roaches, so it's Fern's turns. There's a nearly dead dog and a pretty okay dog.
On that dead dog, or the one that's almost dead, I'm gonna go ahead and just do.
You did it.
I did it. 1, 2, 8, 9, 10.
Ah.
So it is so close. It is so close. It is so close. You feel like a strong wind at this point could kill this death dog, but it is not dead. Is there anything else you can do?
Nope, that's all I got.
All right, top of the turn order. It is you, Maven.
Hey, I'm gonna try. Short sword. Stab it.
And is this the one that's almost dead or pretty healthy?
The one that's almost dead.
All right. Roll damage.
Sweet.
And
7.
you slash this dog between the two heads, and you kind of stop at its sternum as it kind of splays a little bit and falls to each side. This death dog has definitely done it. It's gone. The other one kind of looks at you, looks at its death dog, looks at it, just looks around like it doesn't know what to do. And is there anything else you can do for your turn?
I'm going to make very big eye contact at the living dead dog. Like, what the fuck you gonna do now?
Bad eye contact. It's gonna try and do 2 bites at you, though.
Oh, both of those hit.
So that is 12 damage. If you could roll a DC 12?
Hold on, let me just jot down that. 13. And then, with con save?
Yes.
I don't know what it did. What is... okay, I'm poisoned.
So now you also, your hit point maximum has been dropped by 5.
Okie doke. That's fine. It was worth it.
And Eunice?
Yes, I wish to ride the death dog,
Ah.
so I will get onto it and grapple it by its mane.
Are you trying to bring it somewhere?
I am trying to establish dominance and make it mine. I killed its person.
So I would like you to roll me a strength or an athletics.
11? What we got?
All right, and I'm gonna have it try and bucket you, and it fails.
Ah,
Now I would like you to roll either an intimidation or an animal handling.
let's do animal handling. 9.
You do have inspiration. You could take that nat 20 if you want.
I already used that.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? Dag. So you do have this dog in restraints, but it is not willing to deal. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think that's all I got.
All right. Corco, this dog is being restrained.
I'm muted. Okay. Hello.
Hi.
That dog is being restrained. That means I should have advantage.
Yes,
Come
it
on,
means you
come
should.
on, Zelda. Pull through.
I might hit something. I am just going to straight up bite it because I'm mad. So, a 17?
Yeah, you hit.
Yes.
It happened. That is 3 piercing damage.
Three chomp damage.
Are you still counting that there's poison in my mouth?
We'll say yes, rule of cool. I'd say you still got a little bit of venom still in there.
I would have been okay if you said no, but thank you.
It was very cool, and I was down to clown with it.
That is another 3 poison damage on top
Beautiful.
of that.
6 damage. All right. Fern.
I am just again. Actually, you know what? I have one first level spell slot. That's so I'm gonna go ahead and just cast.
Inflict wounds. You do have advantage because he is being restrained. You can roll another one if you'd like. The second one, your advantage hits.
Nice. All right. 22 damage.
Okay. So you do successfully kill this creature that Eunice was desperately trying to mount.
I am dominant. Oh.
And as everything kind of falls, the flames no longer seem to light, almost like the magical power that was going to light the entire Wicker Man has been lost. And it kind of just grows kind of dark. And all of the villagers kind of just, who have been staring off into nothing, begin to rub their eyes and look around. Did it work? Is the party over? It's not like it was last time.
You're damn right the party's over.
And that is where we're going to end episode 3 of the Old Faith Rituals and Village Folk. Thank you guys so much. See, she was fantastic. She was a good guy the whole time. You had full reason to trust her.
That was a great one-liner to end on. Thank you.
Yeah, right. The party's over.
That was perfect.
Oh, my party of badasses. My party of badasses who see right through me every time. That's fine. That is more than fine. I hope you all had a wonderful time. If you'd all like to go around and let us know who you are and where we can find you, that would be great. If you would like to start today, Mackenzie.
Okay, hi. So I'm Mackenzie. You can find me on Twitter at MackenzieLaneVA. You can find me every week on this show. Soon I'm going to be on a Scraticus Academy Season 3 show. It's not announced yet, so that's all I can say. And I also have a podcast. So if you like looking at duet campaigns or one-on-one campaigns, I have a podcast called One-on-One D&D. You can find that on Twitter. And we just released a new episode on Wednesday, which has another really awesome crit hit in it. So
The
I had
best
so
crit
many
hits.
crits this time. I don't even know how.
Yeah, I'm obscenely impressed about the whole crit hit thing.
I had like 3.
Yeah, it was
I had 3.
a little bit on the ridiculous side. All right.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. We'll go down then to Miss Fern or Fran.
You can find me on Twitter at Arcanacheck and on Instagram at Vokarri, Vokarri. That's where I post a lot of my D&D art and some other stuff. And this is the only stream I'm playing on right now, so Fridays at 6 p.m. or 5 or...
Whatever time zones are.
Whatever EST, it's 3 p.m. for me. Anyways.
All right. Beautiful, beautiful. And my dear Zelda.
Oh boy, a late start for me because time zones, and I'm just bad with time. And I set alarms for all my shows, but I guess some of them are wrong. I had an alarm for this show, and it was set to go off at 3:30, lest I forget that this show actually starts at like 3 o'clock, and I should have set it for 2:30 to give me half an hour to be ready. But anyways, you can find me at Zelayanami on Twitter because I don't stream much anymore, and I'm barely on Twitter, but I do post when I am in shows and stuff. So if you want to find me in other things, I'm there for shows and stuff.
Woo! And last but not least, our wonderful Casey.
I am Casey, aka KTH on all of the things. You can find me on the Gratuitous RP channel, playing the World of Horin on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. EST. And again on Gratuitous RP, the Half Rate Heroes show was at Sunday at 4 p.m. EST.
Woo! Guys, I had such a blast with you. My name is Bree, NPC Bree on Twitter. I play all over the internet, but it's past time, so we're not going to go down there. Just follow me on Twitter if you like that. If you like our awesome nameplates, once again, thank you to Casey for getting those set up for me. I could not have done it without you, so if you guys are interested in those, make sure you check out Casey on Twitter. Send her a DM. Maybe some begging and some commission work. Who knows? Who knows? You know, just, you know, bribes are good. Everyone likes a good bribe. But until next week, don't trust any witches, don't trust any children, and if you see a cockroach, ask where his trench coat is. Bye!
Bye. Also, Rip Kirby.